Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the BS podcast, episode 14, I believe. We're just gonna, right off the bat, we're just gonna jump into it. There was no episode last week, so I want to apologize for that because, you know, the previous episode before this one now, I said I'm not gonna miss an upload the entire year. Okay, I'm gonna get an episode out every single week the entire year. That was my thing, and I was like, okay, no problem, we got this. I've been going 3 months and haven't missed a single upload, right? Well, I then encountered what I would like to call the busiest week of my life. Okay, so you know, I just did my last week at the movie theater. I'm actually not working there anymore, but just finished up my last week at the movie theater. I was working quite a bit last week, so that was part of the problem. And then I was also having to get the house ready because my girlfriend was coming to stay with me for a few days. And let me tell you, okay, when you live with five other guys, the house it doesn't stay clean. It doesn't stay clean, really, not even remotely clean, like not even close. So when you're gonna prepare the house, it takes quite a while. Quite a while. And then on top of that, since she was coming, I wanted to finally get my door replaced so she didn't have to deal with three holes through the door, right? Obviously. And so that was a fun time as well. So really, let me just run you guys through my week last week. So this is how about every single day went. She came on Friday, or I had to go pick her up on Friday, right? And so up until Friday, this is about how it went. Wake up, gym. We go to the gym at 9 every morning. Wake up, go to the gym. Okay. Get done, come back. It's about 10:30, 10:30ish. Take a shower and everything. It's 11. Okay. Now I have work at I think it was 1 every day. So I have work at 1 every day, right? So and then I have to leave. I leave 30 minutes early, so I leave at 12:30. So I've got an hour and a half. An hour and a half of free time to start getting cleaning done or start working on the door. Or, the other thing that was in my mind, working on podcast stuff, right? Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to the podcast stuff. So, as every day went, wake up, gym, come home, shower, and then start cleaning. So I start cleaning. I first started with my room. Now, I had let my room, as I said, I may have said this in the last episode I did, I had let my room build up to an awful point, okay? It was terrible. So it took quite a while to clean. So it was a multiple day period, right? And so I only had that hour and a half to start doing my room. So I started doing my room, then I go to work. I work an 8-hour shift. I get off at 9 or 9:30, depending on which night it was. I get off. I come home. It's around 10, and then I have to shower, eat dinner. It's 10:30, 11 at this point. And guess what? It's time to get to work, ladies and gentlemen. So I then started. Well, actually, I didn't do any more cleaning. I started working on the door. So took my door off, got the new one cut down to size, trying to get the door handle put in it. It really was an awful project, I have to say, because when you think about putting a new door up, it really doesn't seem like a big deal, and that's what I thought. I was like, okay, um, I've worked with my dad on projects before and stuff multiple times. This really shouldn't be that difficult, and really, the cutting and preparing and everything wasn't. It was quick. It was easy, and I got to a good point. But then the difficulty came when I go to put the door up and everything. First off, I put the hinges on wrong, so I had to take them all off, put them back on, and then I go to put the actual door on and everything, get it screwed on, go to close it, and it doesn't close because the door is too far, like against the wall. It's not closing. It's not closing. So it's probably somewhere around, I don't know, 12:30 at this point. And I mean, I'm like I'm like, man, I'm about to punch three new holes in this door, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just take the rest of the night off. It's 12:30. We've done enough. Let's just take it. I already took my shower, but I was like, you know what? Let's just chill for a few minutes and go to bed. Simple enough. So I wake up the next day, same thing, gym, home, shower, clean, work, come home, work on the door again, okay? Now, every night of last week until she got here, I stayed up till about 2 in the morning working on stuff, okay? So, and then I would wake up at 8 every morning to go to the gym. So, it was a lovely process. It wasn't the best, sleep wise, but we made it happen. Made it happen. You just push through these things, right? Now, I wish I could have fit in time for the podcast. I do. Okay. Do I, you know, do I I don't want to say regret. I don't want to say regret, right? Because we don't regret anything. Um, because yeah, I put a lot of work in, right? I put a lot of work in. I did what I was supposed to do. I just could not find time for the episode, and it was killing me. I even put a thing out on Instagram saying, "Hey, no episode this week." Or I didn't say no episode this week. I think I said no episode Friday. I'm gonna be pushing it to Sunday because I thought, oh, I'll be able to get it out Sunday. No, that didn't happen either. That didn't happen either. So, I kind of just accepted my fate, and at the same time, after my entire week of, just awfulness, she was here and it was amazing. So, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't thinking too much about the episode because she was here and it was a good time and it was great. It was a great, fun time. Loved having her here. So, yeah, and now she left. When did I take her back? Tuesday? I either took her back Monday or Tuesday. I think Tuesday morning I took her back. But it is now Thursday night, and I'm just getting to this episode. Okay, so in AJ fashion, it's last minute. It's last minute, and hold on, let me show you guys something real quick. Okay, so I going throughout the last few days and last week and this week now and doing all these things, I was like, okay, I should have enough stories built up, and I take mental notes when things happen now, so I can bring them to the podcast, or I like type them down on my phone or whatever. There were so many things, so many times when I remember going, oh, okay, this is perfect. I'll just type it down later or whatever because I was busy in the moment. And then I forget all of them. I forget every single one. So let me show you what my notes are looking like today, ladies and gentlemen. So two blank pages. That is the notes we have for today. I didn't even write the episode title at the top. So really, you know, um, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're absolutely killing it. That's where we're at, right? So, I just wanted to come on here. I wanted to get back on. I was feeling good today, right? I was feeling good, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get this episode done. I don't care if I have notes or not. We're just gonna make it happen. We're just gonna make it happen. And yeah, I mean, yesterday I probably could have done it yesterday, but what was I doing yesterday? I did something happened yesterday to where I couldn't do it. I don't remember, but we're here now. Zero notes, but a few things off the top of my head, right? Like me telling you guys about last week, right? So hopefully you guys enjoy that. You probably don't. You probably don't care at all about how my week went. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. um, like I say every episode, we're already kind of into the episode, but platforms, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, on all those platforms. If you're listening on any of those platforms, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yeah, so that's where we're at in life. That's where we're at in life right now. And we're just enjoying it. We're enjoying it. I got a few stories off the top of my head that we can go into that most definitely are not going to carry us through this episode, but it is what it is. And I got to tell you guys, like I just said, it's Thursday night, so the episode's coming out tomorrow morning, and time is flying. Time is flying, okay? Unbelievably fast. I didn't even do an episode last week, and it's already the end of this week. And I was like, oh, I got plenty of time, right? No, I don't, because time is just gone. Like we talked about last episode or the episode before, time is an illusion. Time isn't even time is the flash. I don't, time is here, time is gone. I don't know what to tell you guys, but that is what it is. On another note, yeah, sure, we'll just jump into this. It's going to be one of the bigger stories, but we'll just jump straight into it. On another note, I got a new tattoo today, so that was fun. I'm not going to lie. This was kind of my ADHD kicking in there for a second, because what happened is I'm supposed to be doing the episode today. That was really the only thing I had on my agenda, was to do the episode today. And woke up, go to the gym this morning, as usual, get back, it's like 11, and I have the rest of the day. Okay? Until anybody gets home, until anybody wants to do anything. I have about a 10-hour time period to get things done. Let me tell you what happened. I played some 2K. Okay. Watched some Rules of Engagement. Sure, yeah. Um, I would like to say I cleaned my room, even though I just cleaned it when she was here. It got messy as soon as she left. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but I didn't clean my room at all. I started setting the podcast up, and then I just kind of decided, hey, I think I'm gonna go get a tattoo. I think I'm just gonna go get a tattoo because I am so bored. I was so bored out of my mind. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go do it. So, I have um, a bunch of tattoos I want to get done, and I want to, you know, do whatever. So I have a bunch saved. So I was like, okay, just let me scroll through here and see what's going on, and came across my little rose idea here, and got it done. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like it was just a sporadic thing. I was like, oh, this rose has no meaning. I'm just gonna, I just randomly thought, oh, rose, let me tattoo it on my hand. No, I do have a meaning for it. Now, it's personal meaning, so we're not gonna jump into that. It is a personal meaning, um, to me and things I've gone through and stuff. So, it's a personal meaning for me, but it does have a meaning, and it was something I was saving to get done. Now, here's the sad news, right? So, I obviously have an addiction. I have an addiction that is, I mean, I wouldn't say not good. I wouldn't say not good, right? But I have an addiction to getting tattoos. And I feel like a lot of people start that addiction when they get the first one, right? And then you're like, okay, I got to run with it. And that's you know, I've been getting tattoos for about 4 years now. No, what? Yeah, 4 years now, 3 years now. I don't know, something like that. And so I've got quite a few. I've got, you guys know I have my whole half sleeve here. I've got this. I've got my new one on my hand, stuff on my back, stuff on my chest, thing on my leg, all kinds of stuff, right? And I've got to tell you, I'm usually like, okay, let me get this tattoo done. Let me fulfill the addiction, and then we should be good, right? No, that's not what happened. I got this tattoo today. Looked at it, I was like, dang, that's sick. That came out amazing. I'm already ready to go back and get another one. Now, the sad thing is, this is going to be my last tattoo for a while, whether I want it to be or not, because I may have said this in another episode, I'm not sure, but I'm wanting to get an entire leg sleeve done, right? I'm wanting to get a whole horror leg sleeve done. We're going to get Ghostface, Jason, Michael Myers, Jeepers Creepers. We're going to get all that stuff on there, and it's going to be sick. But I don't have the funds for that, right? So instead, here's the plan. I got this tattoo. It's the last one I'm going to get until I can do my sleeve. So what I'm doing is I'm opening up a new little account where I'm just going to put a little bit of my paycheck into that account every month or whatever. Start to build it up until I can get my leg sleeve done. So that's the plan. It's probably going to be quite a while until I can get another tattoo, but I got to tell you, this one, I love it. I think it looks pretty sick. I don't know if you guys can really see that. I'll go a little closer for you. I don't even know if that's in camera, but that's what it's looking like. I think it came out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I just went in and I was like, "Hey, do you guys you do walk-ins?" They're like, "Yeah," and I was instantly taken back talking to this guy. He was actually really sick. I've had a lot of tattoo artists, and none of them. I mean, none of them I've really felt like super like they all did really good work, obviously, but um, none of them I was like super like okay, I want to come back to this guy every time, or I want to come back to this girl every time. But this guy, he was pretty cool. He was pretty cool. I might go back to him for my leg sleeve. I was talking to him about that a little bit, so I don't know. And he did a really good job on the rose. This was the first tattoo that um, I had with like the white ink they do to add to the shadowing or whatever. Because I don't think they had it done in this one. They might have done it in this one. I don't know, but I think this is the first one I had that done. I mean, I think it came out really good. I'm actually really happy with it. Now, are my parents really happy that I got another tattoo? Well, you know what? Honestly, at this point, they're just used to me getting tattoos, right? But here's the places they told me not to get tattoos: my hands, my face, or my neck. Now, we already crossed hands off that list, right? So, there's a little, whatever. But it's fun. It's fun. You have a good time, and you kind of just gotta live life. And I've also just really been in a real just F it mood lately, just send it and just go for it. So that's what I did today. And I mean, this thing went by quick. I was in and out of there in probably 45 minutes. Done, good to go, wrapped up, paid for it, was gone. And it was that simple. So, and the shop was really nice, actually. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the shops I've gone to for my other stuff have been pretty scary, and kind of the philosophy that I kind of built was the scarier the better, right? But today, it was a pretty nice shop. I mean, it didn't really feel like a tattoo shop. All the artists have their own private rooms, and they have like a Switch set up to where you can play that and stuff. Like, it's a really cool shop. I don't, I'm guessing you guys can hear that because I can hear it in my headphones. Car alarm going off. Somebody's sprinting out the door right now. We're getting a live look. We're getting a live listen at something happening right now. Let's listen in. No, just good. Okay, okay, okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't have been surprised if somebody was trying to steal a car or somebody was trying to break a window. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna lie. The things that have already happened at this house, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. But you know, it's whatever. Um, so yeah, tattoo was fun. It was a great time. I have an addiction. I just look at this and I'm like, okay, we're going back and we're getting more. If I had the money to just do a bunch and just cross my entire list off, I would do it, but I don't. So sadly, this is gonna have to be it for now. So yeah. The car alarm thing did just remind me though. When my girlfriend was here, there was a night when we all stayed up pretty late, and then we're going to bed, and so I'm in the basement. So before we came down here to go to bed, she made sure I locked the upstairs door, right? I locked the upstairs door, and I knew for a fact I did. And then we're down here, watch a little TV, about to go to bed, whatever. We go to bed, or we're starting to go to bed, and we hear the door open, somebody moving around upstairs, whatever. And so she gets a little scared, she gets a little freaked out. And, me being at this house, I'm like, okay, there's five other guys in the house. Somebody's doing something, whatever. You guys already know about the break in story from before when we had people break into our house. So I was like, okay, whatever. She has me go check it out. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. We'll go check it out. We'll see what's going on. So I go upstairs, and here's the thing. So everybody else in the house had been drinking that night. Me and her, we didn't drink. We just hung out for a little bit, came downstairs, went to bed. So I go up there. One of my friends that we left on the couch is dead asleep, and I'm like, hey, Bork, Bork. I'm trying to shake him. I'm like, hey, was somebody just up here? Was somebody just up here? Hey, what's going on? All I get is, and it just goes back to bed. And I was like, okay, great. So I go and check all the doors. Now, the door that I locked is unlocked. And now I'm questioning every choice I've ever made in my life because I'm like, okay, there's no possible way, right? There's no way because I know for a fact I locked this door. So I'm like, you know what? Go time. I'm good. I'm not really even scared. I'm not scared at this point because it's like, whatever. It's whatever. Door's unlocked, sure, but let's just go around and see what everybody's doing. So everybody was out. Everybody was out. So I'm looking around, trying to see what's going on. And when I first went upstairs and I was trying to wake Borg up, and I look and see the door unlocked, I look out one of our other front windows, and somebody was driving away from our house. Now, it could have just been a random car or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna freak out yet, but we do have some of our friends that like drive through our yard and stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe some other people decide to be idiots and break into our house again, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. I lock the door back, do a little sweep of the house, make sure everything's good, come back downstairs. I'm like, okay, I think everything's fine. We're good. No need to worry. Let's just go to bed. Whatever. Start to go to bed again. We hear some more noises, and I'm like, okay, okay. Somebody's moving around upstairs. Somebody is moving around. I go upstairs. Now, the second time I go upstairs, I had turned off all the lights when I came back down. So it's pitch black now. And I'm not going to lie, right? When I start to go up the stairs and I realize, oh, I turned off all the lights and I can't see anything anymore. I got a little scared. There I was, there's a little quaking in my boots there for a second. And I was like, okay, right? Well, I mean, I guess let's just do it. I guess let's just do it. So I'm just entering the dark abyss, preparing myself for somebody to jump out and try and stab me to death. And I I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. This is how I was. I'm walking up the stairs, and you go into the kitchen, and our kitchen's walled off, so there's two doors you can go out of, and so there's lots of corners you can go around and stuff. I'm walking through the kitchen and walking around all these corners. This is my exact pose of what I'm doing. I'm like this. I'm like this. I'm ready to go. Anybody comes around the corner, bang, bang. Anybody comes around, that's it. That's it. I'm ready to go. Now, if somebody tries to stab me, am I gonna punch a knife? Maybe. Who knows? But that is my exact stance. Coming around the corners, I'm like, okay, okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Right. So that's what I'm doing walking through the house. I go up there, start to turn some lights on, and again, I am just waiting for somebody to jump out of the darkness. Okay. So I was a little on edge this time. Flip all the lights on. Nothing's there. Nobody's up there. The door is still locked, and everybody's knocked out of sleep. So I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so I'm at this point, I go out the side door of the house, and it snowed. So I'm like, let's look for footprints because what is going on? Something is happening. I don't know. Go do another sweep of the house. Do that. Nothing. Nothing. So I came back down here. I'm like, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Nobody's up there, but I think we're good. Start to go to bed again. We hear noises again. Now she's very scared at this point. She's very scared. I don't want her to be scared, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go wake up. Let me go wake up Pasty and see what he thinks. So I go upstairs. I keep her on the phone because she's scared. And honestly, I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep her on the phone because if somebody, I don't know, if something happens down here, I need to be ready to sprint back down here, right? So I go upstairs, wake Pasty up, and I'm like, hey, I think somebody was just in the house. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. That's all I got. We heard a bunch of noise. So he gets up. We start walking through the house, and we have a little security camera upstairs where we got the footage from the one episode when I was with Pasty. We showed you guys that. And so we're looking, and we were like, okay, but Derek is the only one that has access to the footage. We're trying to wake him up. We're banging on his door. He doesn't wake up. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they got to him. Maybe they got to him, huh? But they didn't. They didn't. He was okay. But he just didn't wake up. We were banging on his door, and somehow he slept through it. So we couldn't look at the camera footage. So we just walked around the house again, looked at it together. We're like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Then I was like, okay, well, we've heard a bunch of noise up here. We need to make sure, like, we need to figure out what's going on, right? So we're going to everybody's doors. Are you, like, seeing if they're there, if they're awake, whatever. We find out that Jimmy had actually left. Somebody had come and pick him up or whatever. He was moving around, opened the door, unlocked the door, and did that. So, long story short, that you guys were probably waiting for an exciting ending there. It was just Jimmy. He just left. I came back down, and I was like, yeah, it was just Jimmy. We're good. We're good. So, in the moment, it was probably a little scarier than that story was, but it was a good time. It was a good time. That same night, me and I don't know if I've said her name. Her name's Hannah. I'm just gonna say Hannah so I can say her name and not keep saying my girlfriend. So you guys know who I'm talking about, Hannah. So me and Hannah go to the store to get some taco stuff for dinner. Now, like I said, everybody had been drinking, and so they were all, doing their thing, getting a little crazy. And we go to the store, get taco stuff, and then Borg. Borg wanted pizza. Okay, Borg wanted a pizza, and usually if we say no, sorry, not gonna happen. But Hannah cares a lot. She cares a lot. She cares too much for people, right? And love it, love her, love that about her. It's great, but at the same time, does he really need a pizza? Does he really need a pizza, or is he just drunk and hungry? That is the question. Well, long story short, I had to get a pizza for him. I had to get a pizza. He didn't end up eating the pizza that night. He ended up eating it the next night. Now, what I came to find out was he put the pizza in the oven, but didn't turn the oven on. So there's just a raw pizza slowly just like not melting, but like, just like becoming raw, or it was raw, just like de-thawing, becoming raw, and just like mush. I don't know. And so he told me that he went to check the oven, realized he didn't turn it on, and just decided to eat the raw pizza and didn't make it. He didn't cook it. He just ate it. So that's interesting. you do you. You live your life. Whatever you want to do, that is all up to you, right? But interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, I gotta tell you, because I don't know if I've ever just eaten a raw pizza before. And so you just went for it. And that was that. That was that. That was another story I had, which did not last long. But I got a lot of things flowing through my head right now, so we're just going to keep going. We will have to take the break soon so I can make sure everything's good. And I need my water because I'm about to die. But let's keep going. So, yeah, he ate a raw pizza. Interesting fella, to say the least. I don't, you know, is what it is. But last night, me and Pasty go to the gym. Wait, was it last night? Man, I'm losing my mind. I think it was last night. Last night we go to the gym, and I had worked out that morning, but he didn't get to work out that morning, so whatever. I just went to the gym twice. Didn't actually end up working out that night though, because here's what happened. So we go to our gym, and we put the code in to open the door because it's like an autopilot gym, so nobody's actually working there. You just go in, you work out, whatever. We put the code into the door, go in, and nothing's there. We walk into an empty room with like a few pieces of equipment still there, but like the walls torn down, mirrors torn down, everything's just gone. Like, okay, great, 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 great. So we were in there for a while. We're taking videos. We're like, okay, well, our gym disappeared. Then we go to leave, and some guy comes up to us, smells just I mean, the smell of weed just coming off of his body, just immersing from his body, right? So we're like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" And he's like, "Are you guys trying to work out?" We're like, "Yeah, yeah, we are." He's like, "Oh, well, they actually moved, man. They actually moved." We're like, "Okay, cool. Do you have the address?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me give you the address real quick." Gives us the address, and that was it. We left. We go to the new address. Now, the new place is, wow, extremely sketchy, okay? The first place was already sketchy, but I mean, gosh, you would have thought just getting out of the car was a dangerous act when you got there, okay? And we also thought that this guy just gave us the address, and we don't even know if the new gym's done. So we may just be pulling up to another empty room. But luckily it was done. We went in and did a little workout, whatever. I didn't really work out because my arm was messed up, but whatever. So, yeah, that happened. That was interesting. Then we went to GameStop to try to find 2K16 because we've been playing that a lot lately at the house. Because let me tell you something, 2K, pretty much every 2K after 2K16 is absolute garbage. And Borg, he has 2K16, and we've been playing that, and just reminds us of how good that game actually was. That game still holds up. It beyond holds up today. I mean, it is amazing. It is so much better than the 2Ks out right now, like 2K23, whatever. It is so much better. And when I go home next, I'm gonna get my copy of 2K16 because I gotta tell you, it's amazing. So we went to GameStop to try and see if they had any other copies that we were just gonna get ourselves, but they don't have anything past 21, so we couldn't get that. So we came back to the house. I was planning on making some spaghetti, but all I have here is, I mean, I have meat and I have sauce and I have noodles, right? But the noodles I have are these, what are they? Sweet potato noodles that, my mom got me because she knows I'm healthy, she knows I'm healthy. These are a great option. They're great, high in protein, extremely healthy. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll eat them. They shouldn't be too bad. They should be fine. No, they were absolute garbage. They were absolute trash. And even worse, I just left them boiling on the stove while I went to take a shower, and then they were just complete mush when I came out. But I will say, when I was going to take a shower, there was a spider about the size of my hand waiting for me in the bathroom. So I open the door, see it, and I'm like, wow, wow, please just let me take a shower, right? So I go to grab some Raid that we have. Bottle's empty, right? So I'm like, wow, this may be where I die. So I turn around, sprint to my room to grab my stuff that I have because I'm like, okay, I gotta get this stuff and get back before it moves and I lose it and then I could never go in the bathroom again, right? So I grab it, sprint back. Now the stuff I have is like extreme stuff. It's the stuff you spray around the house and like you're not supposed to touch it or anything. Like it's pretty harsh stuff. I am spraying this thing quite a bit. I spray it. I'm like, okay, should be good. It rolls up into a ball, whatever. Bring the stuff back into my room. I go back. This mother effer is getting up and crawling away. I was like, there's no way. There's just no way. So I sprint back to my room again, grab the stuff again, go back in there, spray it down, spray it down, spray it down. I'm like, okay, there's no way. There's no way it's surviving after this. But I leave the bottle there, go to check my noodles and stuff on the stove, come back. The thing is still moving. So here's my options. The thing's still trying to get away. It is the harsh chemicals that would probably kill a human aren't killing the spiders, right? So it's like, okay, here's my options. I either get a shoe, smash it, or I just get toilet paper, try and pick it up, throw it in the toilet, and flush it, right? Now, option one, the shoe, just did not seem like it was going to be possible because of the size of the spider. If I crushed, this is going to get gross for a second, but if I crushed that spider with a shoe, there was a 90% chance I was going to get stuff on myself, and that would have made me throw up all over the floor. So I wasn't going to do that. I was also, oh gosh, this just makes me cringe even thinking about this, but I was also thinking if I smash it with a shoe, the spider was so big, I was like, oh gosh. I was like, it might have babies, and I'm not trying to deal with that. Oh my gosh, that would be awful. So I was not trying to deal with that. So I was just like, okay, I gotta hype myself up. I've gotta hype myself up like no other right now. And that's what I did. Grabbed it with toilet paper, threw it in the toilet, flushed it, and that was the end of story. That's the end of story. Then I took a shower, came out of the shower, went to check my spaghetti. The noodles were awful, so I threw them away. The meat was actually really good. It came out really good. I just made some sloppy joes on a bagel. Um, so those were good. Filled me up quick, I gotta say. Um, and yeah, so that's what happened. It was a fun time. Um, absolutely hate spiders. Can't do them. Can't do them. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to. My gosh, what did I just say? I think we're gonna have to take the break real quick and make sure everything's going, and then we'll jump back on. But I think we're going pretty good so far for having 0 notes. So yeah, but we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. We're making good time. We're making good time. 35 minutes in so far. So we're doing great. Got my water. So yeah, we're doing good. If you guys haven't seen the other episodes there's like 3 episodes where it happened, you would know that I actually lost my lid to this bottle, and I've knocked it over multiple times and spilt water all over, electronics, podcast equipment, the floor, and it's been terrible. Well, when my girlfriend was here, she made me get a lid, and I actually love it, and now I can't spill water everywhere. So, that's amazing. That is amazing, and yeah, so shout out to her because I can actually set that there and not worry about spilling water everywhere. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna jump back into. There was something I was thinking of before I went to check everything. I don't know. It's freezing in here right now. It really is. It is so cold. I don't remember what I was thinking of. I don't know. I have no idea what I was just thinking of. But um, I'm just gonna flow with whatever just straight off my head, whatever's coming into my thoughts. We're just gonna go with it. Valentine's Day coming up soon. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna roll with that. Valentine's Day coming up soon. So if you have a special somebody, you know, I don't know, set something up for Valentine's Day. I don't know. Be, I, here's my advice: set something up for Valentine's Day and be a great partner. Yeah, that was advice with AJ. I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, I really don't know where I was rolling with that. It was just straight off my head. That's what I was going with. Um, got me and Hannah reservations at a restaurant. Yeah, I really don't know where I was going with that. It just popped in my head, so I was gonna roll with it. But yeah, if you are alone on Valentine's Day, hey, listen, I may have a girlfriend now, right? But for 20 and a half years, I was alone on Valentine's Day, and let me tell you, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it, and you're gonna be fine. And it's that simple. You're gonna make it, and you're gonna be fine. You know what? There's somebody out there for you. There's somebody out there for you. So I'm rooting for you. I'm on your side. And next time you see a cute girl and you're like, hey, maybe I should go talk to her, think of me. Think of me and say, yeah, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it's that simple. Yeah, that's it. I really don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. What else do we got? Super Bowl is happening 2 days before Valentine's Day. Chiefs versus Eagles. I'm a Chiefs fan. If you guys didn't know that, I don't know if I've ever talked about that on here actually, but I'm a Chiefs fan, so that's awesome. Back to the Super Bowl. I honestly don't know how that's gonna go, because I really didn't think the Eagles were gonna make it, but they did. So yeah, um, and yeah, tomorrow I'm going to see Hannah. I'm going to hang out with her, so that'll be fun. Very excited. Um, Gosh, I know I'm saying a lot. I'm sorry, and I'm saying yeah a lot. We were flowing so good in the first half of this. Now we're just kind of falling apart. Oh, there's something that just popped in my head, but I don't know if I talked about it in the other episode. I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did. So we're just gonna jump into this. Pasty, something on pasty real quick. So okay. We're not gonna jump in. We're not. Whatever. No details. We're just gonna roll. Pasty decided he wanted to get a Switch, right? For a few reasons that we won't get into. He wanted to get a Switch. Um, and so he wanted to get a Switch. Goes to the store, buys it. Okay. Comes home, sets it all up, starts looking at games. He's like, okay, okay, okay. Games end up being too expensive. Packages it back up and returns it the next day. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on this? What are your guys' thoughts on this? Because I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, buys a Switch, returns it the next day. I mean, that is a pasty move if I've ever seen one. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I've never actually had a Switch. Um, Never had a Switch. I don't. I guess I'll say this. I don't know if she really cares if I say this. But I will say before I say this, I feel very bad. I feel very bad, and told her multiple times not to do this, and tried to change her mind. But in the end, I lost. So that's where we're at. Before I tell you this, so Hannah is getting me a Switch. She's getting me and her a Switch so we can play games together, which is awesome. I'm so excited to play games with her. Honestly, like I'm super excited. We play iMessage games all the time and everything, but super excited to be able to play the Switch with her. Um, so that's why he wanted to get one. And then he goes, gets it, plays it for about 5 minutes, and then decides to return it. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been there. You get a new console, and then it's like, oh, you got to get games, you got to get everything, and the price just continues to rack up, and it's like, okay, that's enough, right? So I get it, I really do, but whatever. Um, Outer Banks season 3 coming out soon. If you guys saw that, um, Hannah hates Outer Banks for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but we're watching it. I did win that one. We're watching it because I'm gonna turn her into a fan. I'm gonna turn her into a fan because it is a great show. It is a great show. Like, everybody was so hyped up about it, and everybody loved the show. I don't understand why there's all these haters now. I don't get it. Like, season 1 was absolutely amazing. One of the best shows I've ever watched. Season 2 it wasn't as good, but it was still really good. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know why there's all these haters. But yeah, we're gonna, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna just watch that at some point. Maybe tomorrow when I'm with her, we'll watch some of that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've already watched season 1 and season 2 twice. I rewatched it, okay? And I'm gonna rewatch it again before season 3. That's how good of a show it is, okay? So, yeah, that's the plan. Might do that tomorrow when I'm with her. And yeah, I don't know. Um, what else is going on in life? I really do like this tattoo. Really looks good. Really looks good. Um, I don't know what else is going on in life. There's really nothing. There's really nothing. Nothing. Um, I've been doing a lot of boxing training lately, like actually full on training and everything. Um, so that's been fun. It's actually a lot of fun. Sadly, since our gym moved, they don't have all their stuff back up yet to do that. So it's been kind of rough. We have some stuff in the garage, but whatever. And with this, I'm not supposed to wear gloves or anything for like probably like 2 weeks. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I've been doing that. I got to tell you, if you guys, any guys out there or girls or guys, whoever, if you, I don't know. I don't know like what I don't know. I've got my own reasons I do it, and I enjoy it and love it. It's a lot of fun, and I have a lot of people that tell me that I need to actually try it, and I have been thinking about doing it. I've sparred people a few times, sparred Pasty a few times, and people have told me I need to do it, but I don't. It's interesting. It's interesting, but it is really fun just training and actually like just doing all this stuff. I find it a lot more fun than just working out. Like I've been working out for like 3 years now, like heavily every single day, and I find it a lot more fun than working out. So maybe here's my advice: if you're starting to lose motivation for the gym, maybe try that because I find it a lot more fun. Um, and what else was I? What am I saying? What else was I just gonna say? I don't remember what I was just gonna say about it. Gosh dang it. I don't know. Yeah, I just find it a lot more fun than actually just like working out, which I still also work out. I do like a small workout and then go into boxing training and stuff. But I find it a lot more fun. It's pretty fun to actually like work on technique and stuff, get stuff down, and then actually work on more cardio stuff. Went for a run, which running on the treadmill is a lot different than running in real life. I gotta tell you, because I can run for the treadmill, run on the treadmill all day, right? And do I necessarily enjoy it? No, no, I don't, not at all. But I can run on the treadmill all day. Now you get me running in person, I'm dead in 10 minutes. I'm dead in 10 minutes. I ran. It was like a 3 mile run I did the other day, and it was awful. It was awful. I was dying. I was hating my life. I was running by a frozen lake, um, and I, really thought about just jumping in because I was dead. I was dead, and I'm gonna say shout out to Coach Robbins. That was my football coach in high school. If he ever sees this, because he's still in my head. That's still who I have in my head, like telling me, telling me like keep going, keep doing it, because yeah, I don't know, it was awful, but did it, and yeah, but I find it really fun. It's a lot of fun. You guys should try it, and yeah, I don't know. That's what I got with that. What else have I been up to? Oh my gosh, that's the other thing I was gonna say. I knew I had another story I was forgetting about. Okay, boom. This is probably gonna take us to the end of the episode. This is a good story. Hopefully, it's probably gonna be quick too, but we'll see. So when Hannah was here and we went to get the taco stuff, so her and I go to the store, right? We go to the store, getting all the stuff, check out, and we're going outside. Now, it was freezing cold that night. Freezing cold. We were like the only ones at the store. We're in the parking lot, and this, as we're leaving, I didn't think that she that she noticed him, but I think she did. So as we're leaving, we are trying to get to my truck. There's a homeless guy that comes up behind us and is like starting to chase after us, and he's like, "Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question." I was like, "Just go. Just keep going. Just get to the truck. Just get to the truck." Because I was like, right, like, look, yes, I want him. Like, okay, you feel for the homeless people, especially when it's this cold outside. Like, yeah, I don't want him to be out there. But this guy's just chasing after us, saying, "Hey, let me ask you a question real quick." Like, let's just go. Let's just go, right? Now, we get to the truck moving pretty quickly. We get to the truck. I'm about to close my door, and he's still running up to my door. And he says, "Just let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question." I look at her and I say, "Do you want me to hear him out or slam the door and speed away?" So she said to hear him out. So I was like, "Okay, what's going on, man? What's going on?" He just wanted some money. I had some change. I gave it to him. And I feel bad. You feel bad for him because it was freezing cold. But when you're in a parking lot getting chased down by a homeless man, you know, mm, yeah, you don't really know what to do. You don't really know what to do. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, am I about to fight a homeless guy? Like, and he's like, oh, let me ask you a question. What question? Like, what question? Like, okay, obviously he probably wants money, but what's going on, man? What's going on, right? So I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. And yeah, yeah. I don't know how long we've been going for. Um, Man, we were flowing so good in the first half of this episode, and then I come back and I got nothing. Got nothing. Oh, I realized I just skimmed over this. I am no longer working at the movie theater, not because anything was wrong with the job. I actually really enjoyed that job. It was one of, if not my most favorite job I've ever had, and it was really good. It was a fun job. Loved being there. It was a good time. As you guys know, I had lots and lots and lots of stories from that job, but we are going to be moving soon. Again, we're going to be moving soon. I don't know if I've talked about this yet, so maybe we'll talk about this a little bit. Um, Me and Pasty are going to be moving soon, and I just need a job that pays a little more and can help me build up my account a little bit more before we move and get ready for that. So I'm going to work at Sam's with Pasty and start doing that. So nothing wrong with AMC. Love those people. Love the managers. Love everybody there. It's a good time. Because I know there's a lot of horror stories with working at AMC, but my time was fun. Enjoyed it. Um, and yeah, it was a great time. So if you guys are listening to this, shout out to you guys. Loved it. It was a good time. Enjoyed it and appreciate the opportunity. So yeah. Um, but going to work at Sam's with Pasty, kind of excited for that. We'll see how that goes. I've never actually worked in like a grocery store type thing. Like I've worked as a chef, I've worked in like a sports store and stuff, and things like that. But never actually worked in like a grocery store. So we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be fine. It'll be interesting, and they pay quite a bit more, so that'll help me get ready for the move. But yeah, we are going to be moving. Oh gosh, yeah. Just thinking about that, we're gonna be moving most likely in May, so a few months away, but it's coming up real quick. So we're gonna be moving in May, which also means we're gonna be paying double rent for a while. We're gonna be paying rent at this house and at the apartment we're getting, which is gonna suck. But moving earlier is gonna be better, I think. So we'll see. I'm also gonna be a lot closer to Hannah at that point, so that'll be amazing. That'll be so much better than the hour that we're apart right now. Which, I mean, it's not that bad. I do the drive all the time, because I don't really care. I just want to hang out with her, so, you know, it's really not that bad. But it'll be a lot better when we're like 15 minutes apart, 10, 15 minutes apart than an hour. So, yeah. But, yeah, so we're going to be moving soon again. I got to tell you, I'm not excited to move all of this out of here because it was a lot of work to get it in here, and it was not fun. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I think we're just gonna get a U-Haul and just pile everything in there. Just pile it in there, close it up, and say good to go. Um, so yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner tonight. I mean, actually, yes, I do. I'm making a sandwich because I made a sandwich earlier that was absolutely amazing. Okay, probably one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. I don't know why it was so good, but we're gonna make it again. So that's probably what I'm doing for dinner. It's about 7:30. But I think this is gonna wrap up the episode. Episode 14. I may have that wrong, but I think I'm right. Episode 14. If you guys have made it this far, thank you guys so much for listening. I love all of you. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. I know I've been off. I've been off for a while now. Haven't been pushing the numbers that I was pushing and like actually putting a lot of work into it, which kind of sucks. But we're getting back. We're getting back, and we're ready to absolutely destroy this. Okay, and I'm gonna say this again. Now, if I fall short, come at me. Give me everything you got. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not missing another episode for the entire year of 2023. I hadn't missed an upload for 3 months straight. I hadn't missed an upload, and then I fell short. But we're good now. We're going to be good now. We're going to be good now. We're going to lock in, and we're going to get this done. So, yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for listening, watching, supporting. You're all amazing. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.